Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the Marauders of Dogged Down ransack the master fishing port town of Reekwater. KOTT News were able to secure a brief interview with the battle's shot caller. Congratulations on your victory here in Reekwater over the syndicate members of Commit, whom I understand you wanted to say a few words about before we begin.
They came out and they gave us a good challenge. You some superstars out there like Devo, like a bunch of like West Coast legends were on the other side. I saw Wonton was out there doing his specialty. He had some really good players on the other side, but really I gave my team a nice pump up speech. This is my debut. I don't want them coming out lackluster. I want them coming out with something to prove. And I think that last war, those Commit guys, they kind of beat the crap out of the Dog Down guys. So me coming in to be able to bring a little leadership to the table, help these guys just get some direction, bring that energy and spice that we all need. I think that was enough to get us the dub. And shout out the soldiers. They listen to every single call I make. I'll call for an army like that any day of the week.
Well, you brought something up, and I would like to agree. There was a lot of focus in that fight, a lot of key points I'd like to bring up. At the about 20 minutes remaining point, you got into Fort Phase and very methodically moved through horns before going through the gates. Would you care to remind everybody how important that is?
Yeah, man, you can't fight a war without going through the steps of war, right? You cap the points. Once you cap the points, you got to get all gates and horns down. That's the standard. Once you get gates and horns down, you can finally start working some things like getting repair shots down on the inside, start setting up presents, start getting big wipes. But really, it all starts down with the gates and horns, and the army was able to clean that up fairly quickly.
Indeed, and with that opportunity, at about 15 minutes remaining, you were able to get through and get the flag down to about 90, maybe 95%. What was the holdup there? What kept you from pushing it through at that moment?
I will say simply a commit cause, right? Right at that 97, 98% tick. I saw a few of our healers off the point in dirt. I think I saw somebody up on the ramparts. And when it comes down to that close of a tick, at any second your team can get wiped and throw that tick off. When it comes down to that close of a tick, you really need every player, including healers, to full send it in, stick there, riposte out, do anything to get that extra second of living. And really, if we just had those final 3 people step point, I think that's an earlier win. But, what it came down to is later on they step point and we got the win.
You certainly did, because you were able to call a regroup. I've never seen a more organized regroup in such a chaotic fight. At about 10 minutes left, you pushed in. It was all over. Nice control of stage, nice control of hill. Was there anybody out there on the battlefield that you might want to give additional credit to tonight? Anybody stand out for you?
Yeah, man, the GOAT himself, the West Coast GOAT, Whirlwhip. I mean, that guy is going to be a challenge to deal with in the upcoming New World League. That dude, I just see his name on my screen at all times. He's always doing the right thing. He's always causing so much disruption around the point and on the point. And I'm going to be honest, without Whirlwhip, I don't know if we get that win. I saw him involved in so many pivotal wipes, so many good point control plays from Whirlwhip and his group. The B-Gate gamers knew when to push in, knew when to regroup. They listened for my regroup call. We got big wipes on the left side. They crashed B point. Whirlwhip led the charge. You could see he was the only one on the inside at that point in time, causing all that pressure. Without Whirlwhip, I don't know if the Dog Down guys get the win, but it certainly helped, right?
All right, my friend. Well, I know you got a lot of things on your plate tonight. You're going to be a very busy person over the next few days, so I'm going to let you go. Do please stay in touch. I look forward to the next few weeks for sure. And for you tonight, for winning here in Reekwater, your first celebratory trophy. Later in Cutlass, KOTT News caught up with one of the victors to go over their reactions to their fort hold. Congratulations on your victory here in Cutlass Keys, successfully defending the fort. However, they were able to get into Fort Phase. Would you care to take us through any pivotal moments you saw out there?
It was pretty fun. There's lots of different strats out there that we started using halfway through the war, as it was a very different war than we were used to, I would say. Very fun, though. Lots of haste pots, different sceneries, But in the end, they did get the fort. They did trick us, I will say that, as well as a good play on them. They got the points when we were off on the beaches.
While in Spyglass Ridge, a rare opportunity to speak with the opposing locker room prior to VOD review. So you were able to get into fort. You even pushed them to about 60% tick before they were able to drop down and get you off of there. But how did you feel about your experience?
Yeah, it was a close one. Oh, it was fun, man. It was our first war, so we were definitely going into it just to have fun. But we got close. That was pretty good.
And do you feel you learned a lot from that experience? Be able to take it into the next one?
Yeah, definitely, man. I think I can contribute a lot more next time.
Well, if I know it can be kind of depressing to be on the other side of things, but is there anything else you might like to share to the citizens of Eternum?
PK till I die.
Turning to our wrap-up of the Season 1 experience, and a little over a week left for members of the community to complete the event, KOTT news crews were able to complete their first season journey experience and acquire a nice outfit for our troubles. Last night's invasion response squad stopped all 4 invasion attempts, making for another afternoon of high-quality crafting for all you daywalkers out there. So if you're thinking of volunteering to assist later on tonight, be on the lookout for a 20% chance of corruption invasion once more across the island. 2 lineup submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Tonight, the Syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen challenge the champs of Gorilla Town for their heavyweight title and the right to rule over Everfall. In the purple corner, the former heavyweight champs return to the ring and seek to reclaim the title belt once more and re-secure the central corridor of the island. JDB's Kitchen. In the green corner, systematically expanding their holdings across the southern peninsula, your current, reigning, undisputed heavyweight champions of Eternum, Gorilla Town! Meanwhile, the Syndicate members of N is for Not Drafted assail the Covenant PVXers of Tropical House for control of the always contentious Restless Shore. Descending from their staging ground in Morningdale, N is for Not Drafted strike at their neighbor to the south in order to show League officials what they missed out on. But Tropical House have only just got to the beach, and they're not ready to give it up just yet. So they're standing atop the mud hill, awaiting the anarchy of the archipelago. We'll have any late-breaking outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.